Welcome to another day of learning about yourself through the great yogic and spiritual text, the Bhagavad Gita. I'm Atmadarshan, or Laura, and I have to be honest, if you would have asked me as a kid what I would be doing with my life, this is not what I would have said I'd be doing. I hadn't even heard of the Gita. Isn't it funny how life takes us? And what we're talking about today is following up on the past couple days. We're going to talk about living Samatvam. Samatvam is the overall theme for the whole year. It means equanimity, but if you look at it literally, sama, same, and tva is like essentially the same. So when we're looking at embracing Samatvam, we're looking at becoming essentially the same. Now, how does that apply to what we've been talking about? We've been talking about seeing our reflections in the world around us and perhaps falling in love with our egos to such an extent that even though many of us recognize that there's something higher beyond us, when times of stress or conflict come up, instead of surrendering to that higher process, we cling to our egos. We cling to our thoughts that somehow we know better or we're more powerful than the universal forces. And that gets us into trouble in many ways. Not trouble like something we should be punished for, but trouble as far as how we feel inside. We feel troubled. And how we can look at Samatvam as applying to this. If you are essentially yourself, if you are established in who you truly are in your core, and you're okay with that, then, as Krishna says often in the Gita, it does not matter how other people treat you. They can treat you with respect, and you'll say, okay, this is who I am, and I'm going to treat them back genuinely. And then you can be treated with disrespect, and you can go, that's okay. This is who I am, and I'm going to treat them how I feel others should be treated. And this is tough sometimes. The idea is we discover who we are and how we want to be in the world. And then no matter what life throws at us, we be that. But for example, if I want to see more peace in the world, then no matter how somebody approaches me, I'm going to respond in a peaceful way. If I want to see less judgment in the world, no matter how people approach me, I'm going to be less judgmental. And it has to come from a heart connection to something you truly believe, and the recognition that how you treat others is how you treat yourself, because we're all essentially the same, all made from this great existence, and may I dare say, all equal. So the practice today I'm dedicating to Lisa Quine. And please know I'm not paid for anybody I mention or anything I mention on these videos. Lisa Quine is an artist. She specializes in murals and lettering. And she threw out the first pitch at a recent Cleveland Guardians game and unveiled one of her latest murals for a t-shirt. So she has murals all around the greater Cleveland area, including one in my home city of South Euclid. And I never knew who she was until she threw out the pitch and we got this t-shirt. Thank you, Phantom Fireworks. And why I'm mentioning her is because I knew so many people when I was younger, including people in my own family, like my sister, who wanted a career in the arts. And guess what they were told? Even though that's in your heart, don't do it because it will never make you any money. You won't get famous. You'll suffer because you're not following your heart. Well, I've kind of seen the opposite. People suffer when they're not following their heart, no matter how much money, fame, or respect they get in a field that's not for them. They suffer inside. And I admire Lisa Quine because she, like traveling the world and doing this stuff like focusing on hand lettering old-fashioned fonts. Now, if she'd have said that to her parents, her family, I wonder what they would have said. But somehow, whatever she went through, she believed in her talent and the whole world is benefiting from her beautiful murals. And I'm going to put one of her murals as the thumbnail for this video, and also you can see more on her website below. So to me, she is one of these people who has mastered Samatvam to get to where she is in her career. I'm going to be a mural painter someday. Just think if somebody you loved said that to you, what would your response be? So she showed courage, and we can all show this courage. And another aspect of Samatvam I've been learning about from a Buddhist meditation teacher who says this often: always be on your own side. If you're always on your side, if you listen to your heart, you know your heart, protect that heart, and you live the truth of that heart consistently, no matter what the world says, no matter what other people say, no matter what the circumstances, that's living Samatvam. Being on your own side all the time. I invite you to try that today, whether that's in the pose where you go, I can't stand on a foot, so I can do it from a chair, and that's okay. I'm on my own side, or I do it lying down, or I do it mentally, or we get to the meditation and your mind goes hither and yon, and you're like, that's what minds do. It's okay. I'm inherently good. And then you take that out into the world. And no matter what happens, you realize the inherent goodness within you. And that is one way to change your life through Samatvam. Always on your own side. Can you do that for yourself? Let's try practicing, shall we? Before we go out into the big world with it. Figure out how you need to do the balance pose today. Whatever mudra, whatever position of the body, you can face different directions. What speaks to your being? Switch. Or not. I fell out and then I went back in, and it's okay. I fell out of my pose. I'm sure I'll fall out of the meditative practice. Today, I invite you to consider, how can you be on your own side today? What would that look like for you? We have 5 minutes to come up with some ideas. Let's begin.
Welcome back. I hope you came up with some ideas. If not, that's still okay. What occurred to me is we're having Bhagavad Gita retreat this weekend, and always I think I'm not working hard enough to get ready or to prepare, or uh, I won't succeed. That's something I've internalized from being a kid, but they've all gone off so far very well. I think I can give myself the benefit of the doubt this year. It's going to happen. It's going to happen just like it should. And I'll be there as fully present as I can be. Hey, those of you coming to the retreat online, remember to get me your mailing address so I can send you your gifts. And we'll keep having this gift of time together. Meet again tomorrow. Until then, be on your own side. See you soon.